Yo, what is up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to another video where today we are taking a look at Wonder GC's battles, where they're rocking a triple tentacle team featuring Malamar, Tentacruel, it's a cruel world that we live in, and Octillery. Very spicy, very fun team, and also one reason I wanted to highlight this team, in addition to it just being very entertaining, is Tentacruel, I think, with the Scald buff, is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the new season. I think it'll have an increased spot in the meta, especially since if you guys have seen the preview of the new PvPoke rankings, Azumarill is going to be #1 in the rankings with the bubble buff. So Tentacruel is probably the hardest counter to Azumarill in the game, and we could actually see an increase in Tentacruel this coming season. But this is still the previous season. I do have a favor for you guys that I would like to ask. In addition to, liking and subscribing and commenting down below, as per usual, I am going to be in Chicago this weekend competing in 6 local tournaments. So the season starts Friday. So I will have some videos and content scheduled out for y'all. But what I want from you guys, if you would be so inclined, is if you could send me YouTube shorts with Pokemon that have either buffed moves or new moves. Some examples would be like Greedent with Trailblaze, Wigglytuff with Icy Wind, buffed Poliwrath with Scald, Poliwrath with Icy Wind. Pokemon that have received the new moves. And if you're wondering which ones are the new moves, you can check out my last video going over all the changes. Normally you guys are great. You guys send me tons of footage in my YouTube submission form, but there's a second link in the description of every video, YouTube short submission form, that only seldom ever gets submitted to. People probably either aren't aware of it or are more so trying to send a full-length video. But if you guys want to send me those YouTube short submissions this weekend, I'm going to be trying to post them when I get time. So that way we have some new content going out. As I missed the gunk shot, wait a sec. We need to scroll back here to celebrate Octillery. Octillery. Going bananas. Look at him flailing away. Going for the gunk shot. Throwback. Gunk shot. One shot. Boom. Knocks out the Mandibuzz. Let's go, baby. Nice way to end it. But yeah, basically, if you guys can send me YouTube shorts this coming weekend, when the new season goes live with Pokemon that have either a buff move or a new move, I would be very grateful. That'd be pretty cool. And back to the action. Malamar versus A-Slash. So in the days that I'm going to be gone, I am going to schedule out some videos featuring mostly either Pokemon that are spicy or Pokemon that will be, I think, good in the next season, kind of highlighting. So we're kind of wrapping up this season with a few more videos this coming weekend, and when I get back Monday morning, we'll be off and running and excited to get going on the new season. Drill Run gets shielded by Squidward. I always call him Squidward. Opponent went for the catch on the Scald, but nice patience here from Wonder. Sludge Wave connects with some big damage. And Lantern's a little bit tough for this team in general. Doesn't have a great response. Malamar's like the best response, and even that's not great. Lantern probably wins that matchup straight surf. But going for the Scald here, Tentacruel winning the charge attack priority. Gonna knock out the Lantern. In comes Malamar, makes a catch. Nice catch on the Malamar. Gonna come in with Squidward right away, go for that Scald. This is not gonna be enough to knock out, but it'll be close. In comes Medi. If you can get the Scald, maybe, but I don't think this is gonna be feasible without getting that Scald, because Gunk Shot's not gonna one-shot here, I don't think. I don't think the non-stab Gunk Shot's gonna one-shot, but maybe I'll be proven wrong. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Gunk Shot doesn't quite one-shot. A little too much health on that Medi. Wonder GC queuing up into the next battle. Sableye. Neutral matchup here, both hitting each other for neutral damage. Malamar will slightly outpace the foul play, but it's not really inflicting any fast move damage. Whereas Sableye, you see chunking away with those Shadow Claws. Gonna see a shield come up from the Malamar. Just a foul play. Nice patience here. And oh, baby. This is where Squidward. This is where Squidward excels. Just completely hard walls the Azu. Without Acid Spray, I don't know if he can completely farm down. Yeah, so going to be forced to throw a Scald here at some point, but yeah, going to undercharge it just to give yourself more farm. And you get the attack fell, so that's pretty nasty. This play rough will do even less. You're going to come out of this matchup with 100 energy, fully stocked, fully loaded to threaten whatever comes in. Scald might threaten to knock out from here against Sableye. Scald gets a shield, back to back. Opponent wisely throws to not have to take the second Scald. You have energy on Malamar, and you're going to be able to throw foul play here at Medi. Poor little Octillery does not do very well here, but got to go for the Octazooka, it looks like. And this is a 50% chance of a double debuff. Come on, Octillery. Skillful debuff. No, no debuff. This is actually kind of tough looking now. Does correctly shield the Psychic. That's big. I think really needs the Octazooka debuff. I personally would like to see him throw it a little earlier just to get that debuff potentially earlier. Oh, but I guess he assumed they'd let it go. I think he needs the debuff, man. I think Octillery needs the debuff. Let's go. Gets the debuff. Safe swap into Malamar. Opponent would need at least a return to KO from that range since they got debuffed. And that is going to knock out the Tentacles team. Doing its thing. Malamar versus Swampert. Honestly, like, not very good for Malamar because the Hydro Cannon is going to do more than the foul play here, I would think. But not the worst matchup in the world. You live a Hydro. Gonna build up. Throw just before Swampert reached its second Hydro Cannon. Grabs a shield. I don't hate a shield in response here, yeah. Maybe you throw Superpower. Oh. Oh, baby. So opponent does him a huge favor here. And, I mean, normally Azu and A9 are, like, safe-ish swaps. Not the safest in the world, but on the safer side. And Tentacruel just says, nah, you ain't safe, bro. You ain't safe today. Gonna come out of here with 100 energy to threaten that Swampert if it comes in. Let's see. What's gonna greet the Tentacruel? It's Frostlass. And, I mean, this is, like, probably favorable for Frostlass, but with all this energy, bro, it is the opposite of favorable because you cannot comfortably Powder Snow this down. Oh my god, they're just putting it all on Swampert. I guess that makes sense. Oh, that's a nasty mud shot down. Wow, nice play by the opponent. So this is going to come down to, oh wait, Malamar has a move loaded. So you need to get off the Octazooka here. Oh, you get it off. But now Swampert probably has another Hydra already, so you got to be careful. Big debuff. Oh, no, I don't like this play. But now Swampert, they probably need an Earthquake since they got debuffed. Yeah, so Octazooka is going to come in handy. Personally, I would have liked to see you just stay in, force the Swampert to EQ your Octillery, and then you have a move ready to go because you can't double up if you throw EQ. All right, nice lead here. Malamar into Jelly. They swap Drapion. Doesn't have an obvious response, so I like this play. Get a Superpower and then dip into something. Might dip into Squidward. Yep. Squidward does fine here. I mean, 2 crunches. Since it's a non-shadow, 2 crunches probably isn't enough, so that's kind of nice. If it was shadow, might be a little more worrisome here. The other concern, though, is if they let this Drapion go, Jelly can fully Hex down. That energy is going to be a little bit threatening to deal with for the back line. Okay, they actually shield. This is an uncomfortable amount of health where you can't really farm it down. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but you kind of have the shield there. Now going to go for another Scald. Oh, wow, gets both shields. Double attack fell as well. Now you just Psycho Cut down, perhaps? Oh, you get denied. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Series of unfortunate events. Skuntank. Gonna bank the move. And maybe it's going to attempt to go for like a Malamar sweep in the back. Ow, that hurts. Does get off this. This is huge because this puts Skuntank into superpower range. Oh, the opponent does him a favor. The opponent does him a huge favor. So a bit of a misplay once again by the opponent. They swap in the jelly versus... I guess you could make the argument maybe foul play would have knocked out Skunk anyway. But from my perspective, if you're the opponent, you force them to superpower your Skunk. Then they're debuffed. And then your Hexes would have been doing more damage. But very well played by Wonder. Finding the win con. Boom. Knocks out the Skunk. Apparently, Squid beats Skunk. That sounds kind of like an Office type thing. Bear beats Battlestar Galactica. Foul play coming through against Flygon. You don't see Flygon too often. Flygon would be pretty solid against Clodsire, which I think we'll see an increase in the new meta. Because Lantern and Azu are probably going to be everywhere, and Claude has play against both. Not necessarily like a winning matchup against both, depending on the movesets, but definitely has play against both. Superpower coming through. Grabs both shields from the Flygon. Wow. Comes in with Octillery. Maybe you just sack it. Oh, no. Gonna respect it. Just a claw. Yikes. This is not good. Mr. Registeel with a very positive matchup against both Octillery and Tentacruel. Kind of have to shield. I think really needs a debuff here to give himself a chance. The question is, if you debuff here with Octazooka, does the debuff Zap Cannon still KO? No debuff, but might get to the other. Oh, don't get greedy. Whew, scared me. But Wonder knows what they're doing. Wonder was getting a little bit greedy. Shout out Tate McRae. Zap Cannon still knocks out. Oh, I think Dugong has this, right? Well, actually, I take it back because... Oh, no. Wonder has this because Sludge Wave might be enough to knock out before the next drill run. So, I don't know, actually. Needs 2 jabs to KO after the Sludge Wave. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It would have been a great story. They could have wrote about it in the papers. But it's not going to happen. Tough team comp. Registeel in the back's definitely going to be tough. That's a funny name from the opponent. Malamar into Medi. It's kind of your soft Medi answer. I would still consider this favorable for Medicham just because your counters are so much more oppressive than the Psycho Cuts. If they are running Psychic, however, you don't really have a threatening charge move. It's only the Ice Punch, so I like the no shield. Yeah, I like the no shield here. Gonna go for another... Oh, actually tried to catch an Ice Punch. Instead, it's a Simul Swap. Both trainers tried to catch. Pretty neutral matchup here. I would think Lickitung has a slight advantage because it just outbulks it outbulks Tentacruel and it outpaces Tentacruel. But this Body Slam isn't going to quite KO, so Tentacruel should actually... Oh, okay, going to shield. Tentacruel, I think, would have reached the second Scald anyway. But maybe he wants to preserve some health on Tentacruel. Scald gets shielded. Gets the attack drop as well. Oh, opponent got greedy. They got very greedy. Would have been better for them to throw Body Slam, but instead they double shield. They snipe with Medi. So they do have like over 2 Body Slams loaded on their Lickitung, which is a little bit concerning. Nice job CM Ping here. I don't think you can really shield. Yeah, so this seems kind of like a tough task for Octillery to close this out, considering the... Okay, going to be forced to throw energy. The problem is that Lickitung has so much energy, so it's going to be able to land multiple moves here. Licky, licky, licky. Can't you see? Does Gunk Shot one-shot? Oh, this is game. This is game unless somehow you, like, can KO the Licky with 1 lock-on. Oh, calls. Really nice anticipation, calling the combo play. But I don't think you get to Gunk. Do you? Octillery? Oh, that was so close. That was so close. I don't think it would have one-shot, but it would have been close. Another A-Slash. A-Slash has been everywhere lately. A-Slash has been everywhere. Gonna over-farm here. You gotta think a catch might be coming. But no, opponent's just staying in. They have to respect superpower. Gonna throw the back-to-back here. We go in back-to-back. Swaps in Squidward. Probably gonna have to respect the drill run here, I would think. Yep, gonna shield up. Sandslash went for it. Yeah, I don't mind the overfarm because, like, Skull doesn't KO anyway, so you might as well. Oh, now shields are down. Going for the Scald first against Medi is interesting. Maybe feels like double Scald. Oh, could have got the Sludge Wave, which would have KO'd. I think Medi will live this. So if Medi throws Psychic, this will be kind of brutal. This will be kind of brutal if it's a Psychic. It is a Psychic. Ow. Lock on down? No. Psycho cut down. Okay. Banks the superpower. Great patience. Great patience. You just can't allow them to catch the gunk shot on their Sandslash. Okay, very nice. This is going to do so much damage to Azu. Super effective. Gunk shot. Oh my gosh. Like 80+%. Going for the Zuka. This might not KO, but it should come really close to KOing. Oh. Shoot, dude. I think as long as Azu has a move, Azu has this. Oh, it's so unfortunate. Goes for the foul play, which I like, to not debuff yourself. If Azu has a move, they probably have this. Yeah. GG's. Well played. And that's sometimes something you notice with running teams like this with Octillery and other spice picks is you have to play like out of your mind to win. Versus opponents can probably get away with just playing kind of standard. We have Malamar against Umbreon. I would think you want to land a superpower and dip at some point. Can do one more Psycho Cut here for proper timing. Foul play connects. Superpower. You can also do one and throw again if you so desire. Till your heart's content. Yeah, I like it. And then could just swap right away or do one and swap to make a catch more likely. Opponent doesn't fall for the catch. Took them a second to react like, what do I do here? They're not used to seeing Tentacruel, apparently. They're not used to seeing Tentacruel. Scald connects. Gets the attack draw. That's nice. I wouldn't mind it. Oh, okay. I was going to say I wouldn't mind a shield here on the first one. Since Thunderbolt's going to do the most damage. Does a little bit more than Psycho Boost would. Going for another Skull. This will threaten to knock out. But perhaps Wonder feels like they want to keep shields up for their other two Pokemon. Gonna see Tentacruel able to live this foul play, but doesn't live the next Snarl. That's unfortunate. Oh, I would have liked to see him throw Superpower immediately there, but Wonder has other plans. Now throws the Superpower. Does Umbreon shield? It does. The problem is Superpower is not going to KO since it's debuffed. So yeah, I think you have to kind of clear it. Okay, Umbreon's going to throw a move. Gunk Shot should KO from here. Oh, it's Nito. Oh, wait a sec. I think he can get the double Zuka here before the Fang. Double Zuka is going to knock out. Umbreon's going to be forced to throw energy. You can actually Zuka here because that'll put it well within superpower range. Umbreon gets to the move first. I feel like Umbreon's pretty much dry. I feel like they're pretty much dry, but not going to take any risks. Just going to go for the superpower after one. Bop, and it KOs. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. I might have gotten greedy there. Gone for like the extra Psycho Cuts because that totally would have made a difference. Okay, Greninja. I would think this is kind of tricky. Because Greninja, of course, has to respect the superpower, but Greninja is also outpacing, in a sense. Okay, but I like this, actually. You can do one and throw, one and throw. Oh, they let it go. That's big. That is huge. Huge. I like the pivot into Tentacruel. I'm basically just saying I like everything Wonder's doing here. Wonder knows what they're doing. They're going to respect a Psychic here. Good shield. Do you go for the Sludge? That'd be kind of bold. Nah, go for the Skull. That makes sense. If you get a debuff, this Psychic will be more tankable. Okay. But no, still going to shield up. I mean, you have a lot of health. You might as well. And now it's now it's Licky against the world. It's Licky against the world. The opponent still does have an opportunity to clear their debuff. They probably have to shield Skull at this point, otherwise those would be too low. So yeah, they did shield him, though it didn't look like it visually. Licky with the body slam, the pivot into Malamar. Yeah, I like the foul play here because it's a tough to no shield this if you're the opponent. And because they're debuffed, you might actually hang on and get to the superpower here. They do have the catch opportunity, though. Let's go, baby. Malamar. Gonna seal the deal. Super. They're delaying me. Power. And then the Medi was super low. Will Octillery get to close it out? Come on, Wonder. I want to see Octillery close it out. Oh, the opponent's gone. They out of here. And Mr. or Miss Wonder, I should say. Not sure if we got a guy or a gal here, but Wonder with a very entertaining submission with the Tentacles team featuring Octillery, a super spice pick, and also Malamar, a medium spice pick, and Tentacruel, who kind of a spice pick, but I think this coming season we'll see more and more of Mr. Squidward Tentacles. It is a Tentacruel world out there. I'll try to not overuse that pun so much. Let me know if I overused it or if it was just the perfect amount of using that pun. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. And all that said, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.